promised, this castle certainly does have a lot to offer, and it is recognised as the most haunted castle in Ireland, and certainly has its own fair share of ghost stories. In 1861, Charles Bury's daughter, Harriet, was only 13 years old. It is said that she fell from the main staircase as she attempted to slide down the balustrade. It was 3 stories high. She sadly died and is said to haunt the staircase ever since. She has been seen to be playing with any children who visit the castle and seemingly unaware that she has passed. The entrance to Charleville Castle on the inside is designed to look like the Grand Lodge of the Freemasons, with whom all the Bury's line were involved with. The Freemasonry Masonic symbols are scattered throughout the rooms and the decoration. The house was also deliberately built on what the Burys believed to be magnetic ley lines. Although ley lines are not scientifically recognised as existing, there are still legends of the alleged power of these lines, that in certain rooms, metal objects that are hung from the centre of the room will spin in circles.
Very casually set up.
Wow.
Because we have ghost investigations on the main floor, and we have a fire going for them in here, and they could take rest.
Okay.
And have coffee, tea, biscuits.
So this is when they need a rest from their ghosts,
Yeah.
and get a cup of tea and then back at it.
Yeah. And the sketches are by the lady Catherine Maria, the first Countess of the castle, of her grand tour she took with her husband of the continent. The pictures are not back up on the wall because of said movie that was supposed to come.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So they should be going
Back up. Yes.
or next, depending on the volunteers around.
And the ceiling in here again, and another epic chandelier.
Yeah, and it needs to have a bit of clean. And this is original, this piece that's built
The
in.
mirror, the size of the mirrors. They kind of have to be grand, don't they, for these kind of rooms?
And the curtains were kindly made by a woman called Doris. She lives a few blocks away, called Perfect Stitching,
Oh.
and she did them voluntarily.
Well done, Doris. Beautiful. Really beautiful.
She's offered to do more. So
Doris is going to have a busy winter. Amazing.
she's most amazing doing an axe. And they thought it went to a secret place, a treasure. I don't know, but you can see there's a brick wall in back of it.
Oh, no. I hope they didn't ruin the axe.
They didn't bother with a closet because they had 40 people waiting on them.
Who needs it when you've 40 people? Sketch was of this room here.
This would have been the music room.
Oh.
Now, if he had thought to leave folding shutter type doors here, it would be a lot more practical.
Yes, and for the heat as well.
Yes, that's why we have lined curtains.
You'd
We
have to.
try to close it and make
And the floor then here was green as well.
yeah.
Goodness, you've done a lot of
And the
changes,
shutters.
Bonnie. And the shutters.
And anytime I come in here with the men, I had a crew of 4 men and myself, and I worked right with them. And I'd get some curses when it came to stripping the wood.
Not an easy job, even for a standard house. Never mind saying this with the flooring. Oh my goodness.
I worked just as hard as them, so
I bet you did.
couldn't do it too much.
I think the castle was lucky you jumped in that window that day. He was lucky to have you. Burnt the town in Tullamore.
Yeah.
Lord Tullamore burnt Tullamore with a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Excepting a pub, and this is historic fact told to me by Michael Burns, that the soldiers were busy pouring water on the thatch, their favorite pub, which is the tavern, I think. And that's currently being rethatched.
Oh my gosh.
But that survived. Ladies' Tower.
Tower, beautiful. Wow. So would this have been where all the gossip was had?
Yeah.
And who was doing what?
Who was doing what?
Oh, there's a lot of secrets held in this tower.
I'd say. And lady would have had her sheds here.
And the trunk then, Bonnie, is there anything in the trunk?
Probably linen.
Linen.
I have a bed that normally goes in here upstairs.
Okay.
Because we found we needed more of a meeting room in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
And this can be heated.
Oh.
But then we're playing with the idea of bringing the bed back down.
And there's a vance.
Yeah, the fan is from another house in the States that my mother had from the attic.
Beautiful.
It was left there from the 1800s.
Wow, and it still survived being lace and everything.
And that's my mother.
Wow, she's stunning.
Yeah, she's real glamorous. She's
Wow.
23 there.
Amazing. And her to be in the women's tower.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You have it so beautiful.
Ladies' Tower.
Tower, beautiful. So would this have been where all the gossip was had?
Yeah.
And who was doing what?
Who was doing what?
Oh, there's a lot of secrets held in this tower.
I'd say. And lady would have had her sheds here.
Chaise longue.
And little seats, tea. And this,
It's very
these
peaceful.
two panels open. I don't have the key, and there would have been a gauzy cloth here. So if the ladies wanted a sneaky little smoke, they
No.
didn't have to open their window. They just open the panels.
Amazing.
As well as this is 8 points.
8 points.
The ceiling is 8 points. 8 means eternity, according to the Masons.
Okay.
And there's a ley line here.
So there is. Amazing.
And if I send it the other way,
It goes dead. Nothing.
it goes back.
Amazing. So they were sitting around then this ley line, but they knew it was there.
And then, if you stand on a point, just pulls to the center.
That is incredible. Leading to the middle of the floor. That's incredible. Hence why then the beautiful ceiling right above it.
The ceiling is amazing.
Amazing.
And this room, I explored the different color changes because it kept peeling. Underneath there was a blue, and there was a vivid green, and finally about this color red.
Beautiful. It's a lovely warm colour.
So we just copied this color red.
And our little friend. Hi, Shadow.
That's Hollywood there. This
Okay.
is Harriet's staircase.
So who's Harriet, Bonnie?
Harriet was a little girl. She was the Earl's daughter of the third Earl and Countess. And she was sent up to have her hands washed. And coming down, she looked over to see if her friends were here, fell to her death.
Oh, and she was
She
13.
almost 8.
8.
Yeah, almost 8.
Oh, the little crater.
And she was still alive when she was brought to the library and laid on a table, but then shortly thereafter died. Because it's quite
Oh
high,
my God,
everything
absolutely.
would have been highly polished, so, and that's, we believe that's her. Afterwards, they put a very high brass rail, so no one else would
Right,
fall.
makes sense,
And
yes.
that was stolen when the place was left vacant because it was brass.
And worth money.
Yeah.
And the details of these stairs.
Yeah, under is carved.
Oh my God. Wow.
And the nails would have had big animal heads on them. They were big game hunters. Lions, tigers, rhinoceros. None of those creatures were here when we came.
They were all gone by the time you'd
They were
arrived.
gone. Souvenirs, somebody has them in their house.
I bet you. So this is at the other side of the stairs. Come on, Shadow. Another epic ceiling.
Perfect stitches. Doris wants to do purposely here as well.
Perfect stitches, Doris. Wow, Doris, great job. Beautiful. And they obviously fold down, Bonnie, do they?
Well, these don't. These are
Staged.
So up, but she wants
Okay.
to do ones that are like the original, which are movable.
Wow, the ceiling in here is incredible.
This was the dining room.
This is the dining room, okay.
And the ceiling was designed to stenciling by William Morris.
Oh, wow.
And a carpet, which we know the pattern, and there would have been William Morris wallpaper.
So there was wallpaper in here as well. Okay.
Were one staff member's wage for a year, each roll.
Oh my goodness.
And this is what it was.
That
But
was the wallpaper.
It was dark blue with gold leafing.
Goodness grapes. Beautiful. That was a lovely design. Stunning. Wow. That would have been all over. So you kind of went with the darker colour just to...
Well, this would have been the masculine room. And this
Okay.
was King Henry VIII picture I told you about.
Yes.
See, it was sliced at the court
When you first
with
came
the
in.
baptism of Elizabeth.
Goodness.
And
Wow.
you can actually see the color of the wallpaper, which is a similar color to this.
Yeah, which is lovely. It's lovely you've kept it similar.
And this is how the castle was when I first came.
Oh my God.
And this is the man that bought the painting, cut it out of its frame, rolled it up, and took it out on a
Oh my gosh.
tractor.
And where is it stored now?
Now it's fully restored in a museum in Canada. Dudley would know the name of the museum.
Amazing. And that was on one of these walls here?
This one.
This one.
Here. This is
Wow.
it restored.
Oh my goodness.
Now, we have a copy of it. We were given permission to copy it, and it's upstairs awaiting a frame. That can be
Amazing. Of course.
a frame, but the frame has to be able to be folded up when other films don't want it.
Of course. So it's not as well.
So, but it's a full-size copy. So even the copy is magnificent. That would be Elizabeth there, the baby. And obviously King Henry.
So this is what you saw when you
Yes.
walked in.
Of course, it was too big to take as a souvenir.
It was going to be staying there.
And it was in a gilt frame.
Was it?
Yes.
Of course it was.
Now this ended up to be, there's no price on that you could pay for this. It's invaluable.
Wow.
He sold it for 250 Canadian. It comes, the top comes off.
Wow. So that's original. Amazing.
The picture I can't. Had been hung with 2 10-inch iron spikes driven into the wall and suspended on 2 chains. Workers shown here have removal process in 1970s when it was sold, demonstrates the scale of the large Boydell Shakespeare painting, varnish breakdown, vandal slashes and sun damage are clearly visible.
Goodness, it was lucky it was caught when it was.
It was the lost one.
Goodness.
Because a lot of his paintings were destroyed in a fire. I think only 2 of them survived.
Oh.
And this man knew what he was taking. The man selling did not know.
No, unfortunately.
See, there's the table. This again, against the wall.
There.
Yeah.
My God, it's still, you know, apart from your picture, when you get your replica here, I mean, your walls are dark coloured, same. Your ceiling is incredible. So good.
This was painted by Rain, and it was done in that style because that's the type of paint they would have had back in the 1500s.
Okay.
It's collecting flora and fauna.
Wow.
And he didn't go to the summit, but he went pretty far up. Mallory then later followed and went with oxygen, so it was to the summit. But he spoke to the Dalai Lama. He was supposed to be quite charming and talked him into letting the British map the region. Work on Victorian children, and then he would come every year and we'd have tea and biscuits, and then he started bringing little gifts. He had these done, and then he had this done.
Beautiful. So this is the library. Beautiful. Another epic ceiling to match.
Yeah, 8 points.
8 points again.
8 points.
And you have the floor to match.
Ley lines again.
Goodness. Are we in the second tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the masculine tower.
The masculine tower, right.
And
Oh, the wood
there's a
again.
secret passage we can't go through that door.
Where is it over here?
There's the Moors and the Buries there
Up here.
in their nightly
Fineries.
Yeah. And on top is what is on the Charleville token. They were allowed to make their own money, called a Charleville token, cashable at the company store the first Tuesday of every month.
Amazing. Amazing. And is the floor?
I have some of the pieces to that put away.
So there's more to go in here.
Yeah. Some have to replace because they have been gone, but I have a good bit of pieces.
And were all these bookshelves, were they all original?
They're all original.
Amazing.
And again, I have pieces. It's like a puzzle though, because each piece is individually carved. And see, this is where they kept their secret books.
My goodness, we have to have a little look to see what secrets are in there.
There's none of their secret books now, but whether they had Mason books or Playboy of the time, I don't know.
Something very important.
Yeah, because that's around most of the room, the secret
Okay.
parts.
Amazing.
Souvenirs of buttons or epaulets,
Oh,
so we had to put them away.
okay.
So this crown is plastic, and when children want to be the king or queen,
It's
they can play
perfect.
with it.
It's
And
perfect.
it's not going to get harmed.
And sit in their throne here at the desk.
I
Perfect.
have the Earl of Charleville's coronet, but it's in safety.
Okay, yes,
Should
of
I ever
course.
get a properly monitored cabinet to put it in,
Yes.
I will display it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until such time
It's staying safe.
it stays safe.
You're right.
And That's King George as a Freemason.
Okay.
And this is what they would have used with
Oh, okay. It's like a hammer.
yeah, to chisel the stone. And you can see the marks on it, and then as well as tap it down.
Wow.
And there's even a part here for your thumb.
Thank you for watching my video, Historical Homes. And if you'd like to see more content like this, then please subscribe, like, and click the notification. Thank you.